Hi there, how are you? Welcome to the Modern Hero, the sales and spirituality course that I'm going to give you today, and how to overcome sales blocks and allow abundance to flow into your life. Now, if you're working in the spiritual field, it's very, very normal to kind of have these sales blocks. Like, it's difficult as a spiritual person to kind of want to charge money for the things that we do. It's almost like when you've been through a spiritual awakening and you want to share this information with other people, it's almost like, I kind of got it for free. And so, you feel kind of bad about charging other people money for the information that you can give them to help them improve their lives. And what we're going to do in this short video is I'm going to teach you how everything is just an exchange, and people will actually want to buy what it is you have to sell from you freely and willingly, and you don't have to worry about the selling aspect of it. Okay, and if you stay to the end of this presentation, I promise you that you will come away feeling comfortable about going into the world of selling, and you will also feel more comfortable about charging more for your services. Okay. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to show you how I can teach you how to sell for free. Okay. And this is one of the things that I want you to understand. Selling is not a weird thing. It's a perfectly natural thing. And it's something that we're never taught how to do. We innately know how to do it to a certain degree, but don't necessarily know that we know how to do it. But if you learn to bring sales into your life consciously, and you become aware of the exchange that a sale is, if you learn how to sell, you will never be in lack again. The tools that I'm going to show you in this presentation and in the following Modern Hero system, once you learn how to sell, the tools that you learn, you will be able to apply to absolutely everything in your life. You will never be without anything again. Okay, because learning how to sell makes you independent. It gives you the means to be able to fend for yourself. Okay, now, if I were to say to you right now, look, you have to leave your house, you've no money, you've got to go out into the woods and you've got to survive. You don't know how to build a shelter, probably. You don't know how to hunt. You probably don't know how to start a fire. You're going to die, right? Very, very quickly. And what happens is we live in a society where we are not shown how to survive for ourselves. We're shown how to become dependent on a system that maintains us without us having to think about it. And so when we make the move to entrepreneurship, what happens is all of a sudden we find that we don't have the skills to be able to survive. It's like we've been thrown out into the woods without being told how to build a shelter, how to hunt, and how to start a fire. So what I'm going to do in this presentation is I'm going to show you, once you make that move into entrepreneurship, which you either have already done or you're thinking about doing, you need to learn how to sell, because you're no longer relying on a job or a system, an employer, a government to fund you. You're going to have to learn how to go out into the world and fend for yourself. So basically what I'm going to do in this little presentation is show you how to build a shelter, hunt for food, and start a fire. Okay? So let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Philip, if you don't already know that. I went through my spiritual awakening in about 2018. My world was turned upside down. I discovered all sorts of new things about myself. Like, as we've all been through there, all of a sudden I wasn't just this other human being. I came to understand that there's so much more behind absolutely everything that exists. And I became aware of this power that there is in myself. And when I found all this new information and I began to see the world in a different way, everything changed. And I'm sure you can relate to that because you've probably been there, which is why you're down this sort of spiritual entrepreneurship journey. And I wanted nothing to do with the system. I wanted to get out of the system, and I saw money as evil. It was the root of all problems in the world, greed, the capitalism. I hated it. And, it was just like, I'm going to go and live by myself and be spiritual and meditate and that kind of thing. That didn't happen. I realized that I was going to be quite hungry for a while. So, I understood the need that I had to earn money. So I wanted to sell this. I wanted to sell something to people to have an income in exchange for the information that I had, which is probably the stage that you're at right now. But the problem I had is that I saw money. I kind of saw money as evil. I saw it as the root of all problems. And I saw selling as a kind of evil, sleazy thing. And because I saw that, because I felt that, because I believed that, I couldn't sell anything. We all know that the way we think about things manifests in our life. And, because I saw selling as evil, as sleazy, money as bad, I couldn't generate any. And it's like I had this idea in my mind of this kind of new, fairer future where, humanity shares and we don't give so much attention to money. Whereas the truth of the matter is, we might get there one day. We're not there yet. We're currently at a place where the timelines are splitting. And we can go down that new, fairer future where people just share and help each other, and there's not necessarily any need for money as we know it right now. But we're not there yet. We are still living in the old world, and to build the new world, we need to take bits of the old world with us, the bits that work. And what I came to understand, and it took me a good couple of years to understand this, is that everything is an energy exchange. That's all it is. Everything is an energy exchange. And the problem that we have, or I had certainly, and you may well be going through the same thing as a new sort of spiritual entrepreneur, is that we want to give the information that we have away, and we're not open to receiving necessarily in return something in exchange for what we offer. And what I want to show you in this presentation is that everything is an energy exchange. You can't just give and you can't just receive. Because if you're in the place where you're only giving, all right, so you have all this information you want to share with people, you've been through a spiritual awakening, you want to share this information with people, and you just I'm not interested in money, I'm just going to give. The problem is, when you do that, when you just give and give and give and give and give, you end up in a state of energetic depletion, okay? Because you're constantly giving out without receiving anything back in return. That leads to low self-worth, because it's like you're not getting anything back that confirms that what you're doing is worth your time, and then you lose your drive and you end up with no passion, and this is what happened to me. Because I was so hesitant at actually selling what it was that I knew how to do, that I lost all drive and passion for what it was I wanted to do. And I want to think about it like a battery. When you put a battery in a remote control, all the battery does is give power, give power, give power, give power. It doesn't get charged back up. And eventually the battery runs out and it dies. And you have to throw the battery away. And that's the problem with only giving. If you only give, you're going to end up like a dead battery. And then we've got the other side of the scale, which is only receiving. Okay? If you only receive things from people, so I've got a little bit of a mistype there. It shouldn't say energetic depletion. It should say energetic explosion. If you're only receiving, if you're only on the receiving end, you end up basically charging yourself up too much, and you go the other way, and instead of being lacking of energy, you explode as a person, and you end up with low self-worth, no drive, and no passion, exactly the same. Okay? And what I want you to think about is sex. Not that I want you to think about sex, but it's like, although there's nothing wrong with that, I think it's absolutely wonderful. it's the ultimate act of giving and receiving, the actual sexual act in itself. While you are giving, you're also receiving. So while you're giving pleasure, you're also receiving pleasure. And I want you to start thinking of sales like that. This is a sexual universe. It's polar. We have the opposites, and it's the act, the energy that is there between the two polar opposites that allows the energy to flow. So I want you to think about sales as a giving and receiving kind of sexual encounter. You have something to give, and in the giving of it, you are going to be receiving back from the other person something in return, which will bring you pleasure. Okay, and that's all it is. That's all sales is. It's an energetic exchange between two people who are mutually giving and receiving at the same time. Okay, so we're going to bust a few myths here about sales. The first one is that selling is sleazy. This is something that I had a huge problem with when I first started trying to sell online, because I had worked previously in a previous life as a timeshare salesperson, and it was a really sleazy place to work. It was all about convincing somebody to buy something they didn't really want. Okay, and that is the kind of side of sales that we only really know about. I mean, we've all been on the end of a sleazy sales technique, a sleazy sales pitch, where we feel like we're giving something away that we don't want to, like we're being sold on it, and we don't really want it, but the person that's selling it to us is like trying to convince us and sort of break through our resistance till we just go, yeah, all right. Which is going back to the sex thing. It's like it's the sexual equivalent of forced sex on somebody, like trying to convince somebody to have sex with you. It's just like, it doesn't work. There's no pleasure in that for the person that's being forced to do it. And really, there's no pleasure in the person that's forcing it either. I mean, I know when I was in that timeshare sales, I mean, I sold, but I felt sleazy. I didn't feel good while I was doing it. So what we need to do with sales is we need to come to understand something about sales, and that is selling is natural. It's very, very, very natural. I mean, look at the image there of the flower with the bees. What is the flower doing? The flower is selling itself. It's like, look, this is what I have to offer. I have this wonderful nectar for you. Okay, you come and get it. All right, and the bees are like, oh, wow, yeah, but what do we do in exchange? And the flower's like, well, you take some pollen with you. Take the nectar, which is what you want. But as you go, take some pollen, and you allow me then to reproduce, and I can have more flowers. And it's a win-win situation. And that is nothing more than a sale. That is a sale. And what we're going to do in this little presentation, and then if you choose to come and join the Modern Hero Tribe, I will show you how to take selling from something that is sleazy to becoming something that is natural and you actually enjoy doing. And it becomes a pleasurable experience both for you, the person that is presenting what they have on offer, and the person who is taking advantage of that offer. Okay. Another thing that is we have to overcome is that no one will want what I sell. It's like we all get these doubts that the people out there are not going to be interested in what it is that we have on offer. And I want you to know something, that the thing that you are wanting to sell, whatever it is that you are wanting to sell, you've already sold it to yourself, right? You know how great this thing is that you're selling. So the problem that most people have is that they then take this thing and they try and sell it to anybody, right? But the easiest thing for you to do when it comes to sales is just find another you. Find somebody else who is in a position that you were in before you had this spiritual awakening, before you came across this product that you want to sell. Find them, and they will want what it is that you have. Okay. And the third thing is, I don't know how to sell. Now, and this is perfectly normal. You know, it's like, I don't know how to. Now, it could be sell, it could be drive a car, it could be kiss, it could be absolutely anything. And the thing is, you are born not knowing how to do anything. So not knowing how to sell actually isn't a block to selling, because at one time in your life, you didn't know how to talk. You didn't know how to walk. You didn't know how to ride a bike. You didn't know how to do whatever current job it is you're doing. You didn't know before your spiritual awakening the things that you know now. So selling is just, like I said right at the beginning, it's actually innate in us. We know how to do it. All that you have to do is find somebody that can bring that out in you and make it a conscious thing inside of you, so that you can sell effectively. So I want to know, do you want to learn how to sell? Find people who are desperate to buy what it is you have to offer, and make selling a natural process, so that you can then take your product and be safe and relaxed in the selling of it. If that sounds like something you want to do, then I would like you to become a Modern Hero apprentice. Okay. Now, I have a system that I use to generate clients, warm them up, and sell them on the product that I have. And what I'm wanting to do right now, and this is for people who are in a position where you're wanting to make this move to entrepreneurship, but you're still you're not exactly sure where to go, what to do. Maybe you've had a spiritual awakening and you want to have an impact, you want to make a difference in people's lives, but you kind of feel a little bit lost about what to do. This is for people like you who need to know how to start. And the first thing you need to know how to do is learn how to sell. It doesn't matter. I spent so much time building a product, building out funnels and all these kind of things that I thought were going to make me be able to sell my product. But the problem is I didn't know how to sell. So what I want to do is I want to offer you the opportunity to become an apprentice, where I'm going to teach you, using my system, how to sell my system. And that way you will learn how to sell. You know, this is where the energy exchange comes in. You're going to learn how to sell, which you can then apply in your own business later on. Okay. So what I've got for you is a 30-day intensive spiritual sales course. All right. You'll be working with me and with a few other people, and I'm going to teach you how to sell in a spiritual way that feels absolutely natural and wonderful, and not at all sleazy. I'm going to give you everything that you need to make your first sales. So you're going to get the funnels, you're going to get the ads, you're going to get the pictures, you're going to get the systems, you're going to get absolutely everything that you need to start making your first sales. Why are the first sales so important? It's because once you get your first sales under your belt, all of a sudden it's like the first time the person who taught you how to ride a bike, the first time that they remove the hand from the bike, and you're like, oh wow, I can do it. And it gives you a massive amount of confidence then, to be able to go and take the things that you're learning and apply them to your own business. But of course it's much easier, believe it or not, to sell somebody else's product than it is your own. So what I'm going to do in this apprenticeship program is teach you exactly how to do that, how to sell my program. And then I'm also going to teach you how to apply that to your own program. You're going to get group coaching, okay? And that is for support and accountability. So we're gonna be in a small group. It's going to be with me. I'm going to teach you absolutely everything that you need, and we're going to be keeping each other accountable. So we're moving forward, and we're going to get you your first sales, get some money into your life, so that you can then use that to invest then in your own business. And I'm going to give you a proven system that will start generating you income. Now, this system that I'm going to give you is worth a lot of money. Okay, this system, I sell it for $3,997. Okay, but I'm not going to sell you the system because you're going to be coming in at an apprentice level. You're not going to be buying the system, so it's not going to be $3,997. Okay, for you, it's going to be free because you're going to be coming in at apprentice level with my unique sales guarantee. Okay. What is the unique sales guarantee? Is that you get your investment back as an apprentice once you make your first sale. So you're going to come in and I'm going to teach you how to make a sale. You're going to make an investment as an apprentice in the Modern Hero system, and I'm going to push you and show you and teach you how to get your first sale. And when you make your first sale, the investment that you've put into becoming an apprentice, I will give it you back 100%, wholly and completely, so that this whole thing, you learn how to sell for free. So why am I not just giving it away for free? Why is there an investment to make? That's basically to guarantee that you show up. All right. The amount that you have to make as an investment is not a massive amount. It's not an amount that you won't be able to come up with. Okay, but it's sufficiently large enough for you not to walk away. You see, this is not the first time I've done an apprenticeship scheme. Okay, and the first time I did it, I did do it actually for free. The problem is, when I did that, I would get phone calls, messages. Oh, listen, my dog's died. I can't turn up today. Oh, listen, I've got this problem. I need to go to work and I can't turn up. And people would stop showing up. I would invest energy into training them. They would just drop away. It was a waste of their time. It was a waste of my time. So there is an investment to make, but you do get it back 100%. And it's just to make sure that you show up and you actually turn up. Okay. So remember, what you're getting is a 30-day intensive spiritual sales course with everything you need to make your first sales. You're going to get the group coaching for support and accountability and a proven system that will start generating you income once you implement it in the way I'm going to show you. And what you're going to get that for is $997. And then with the sales guarantee, you get it for free. So you pay the $997. We start down the 30-day coaching program. And once you make your first sale, which some people do within the first 30 days, okay, you will get that back. Now, that sales guarantee is for 12 months. What does that mean? That although we do the coaching for 30 days, the guarantee lasts for 12 months. So even if you make the first sale 3 months after the coaching program, you still get the money back. That's valid for 12 whole months from the end of the 30-day coaching program. So you pay the $997, we do the 30 days, and then from that point you've got 12 months to make your first sale to get that back. All right, but that's not what you have to do to actually register as an apprentice. To reserve your spot, because there's only 20 places on this, they're limited. I'm not doing massive groups. This is not, I want this to be intimate so that you get as much out of it as you can. To reserve your place, it's only $197, okay? Now, this isn't for everyone, okay? I'm not going to work with absolutely anybody. I want to know a little bit about you first before you join this group. I don't want to work with people that are just in this for the money. I want to know that you're actually in this for the same reasons that I'm in, which is to wake people up, help them with their spiritual awakening, improve their lives. And I want you to be the kind of person that wants to have an impact in somebody's life. So, I want to work with people that want to improve the world, that actually want to push the world onto a better timeline. There is a vetting process for this, and it was only going to be for successful applicants. Okay, so there is an application process for this, and the $197 to reserve your spot is only for successful applicants, right? So the only thing you have to do right now The only thing you have to do right now, if this interests you, is go visit my website, which is www.highticketman.com. Okay, go and fill in the application process, the application form. Go through the application process, and there's just a couple of questions to answer. Where I'm going to ask you a little bit about yourself, your vision for the future, why you think I should choose you as an intern, and then if you are successful, if you're a good fit and you are successful in the application process, I will contact you, and then we can go through the actual reservation process if it's something that you're still interested in. Okay. So listen, you've got nothing to lose. This is just go along, apply. All right, and if you're successful, I'll get in touch. But you do have everything to gain. Okay, you're going to learn how to sell. You're going to learn the single most useful skill that you could ever have on this planet. Like I say, once you learn how to sell, okay, you're going to start earning money selling my system, which you can then apply to your own business. And then once you learn how to sell and you become comfortable doing that, you can actually start applying this to every area of your life, and you will never. Highticketman.com, and sorry, computer's gone a bit wonky there. Go visit highticketman.com, go through the application process, and yeah, if you're successful, we'll be in touch, and you're going to absolutely love it. All right, bye-bye. Hi there, how are you? I'm not sure what happened exactly at the end of that video there. I just wanted to, the bit that was missing said, you've got nothing to lose, but you've got everything to gain by applying to become an intern, an apprentice at the Modern Hero system. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to sell, which is the single most important skill you can have in life. You will never ever be lacking again. So I just want to take you through the application process. Here it is. This is highticketman.com. There's a little video to watch if you want there. It's very, very short. I think it's only about 10 minutes long. So I'm going to give you everything that you need. I'm going to give it for free using the sales guarantee to the first 20 successful applicants. Okay, and if you want to be in, all you do is click this button, and it's going to take you through the application process. It takes about 3 minutes to do. All right, it's very, very simple. Put your name in. It's going to ask you for your email address. Mail. Well, I'll put mine in. Why not? Philip@highticketman.com. It's going to ask you for your phone number. That's not obligatory. But if you do leave your phone number, I'll put you into a WhatsApp group where you're going to be able to ask me questions. You're going to be able to, basically ask me anything you want about the application process. You can get a head start on everything. Okay, I want you to tell me a little bit more about your business. What business is that you want to set up? Okay, I am in business. I want to know how much you're going to charge for your services. If you've no idea, doesn't matter, just pick a number, what you would like to charge, okay? And I want to know a little bit about your vision for the future. I want to see the world on a better timeline, okay? I want to see the world. The more specific you are in these questions, like the one about the vision for the future and the business that you want to have, the impact that you want to have, the more specific you are and detailed you are in that, the more chances are that your application will be successful. Okay, and I want to know how much you want to earn earning a month. Okay, and that's it. What's blocking you right now? I am blocked. So that might be I don't know how to sell. I'm not sure about this or that, or whatever it is that you feel is blocking you right now. Tell me about it there, and that's it. That's absolutely it. There's nothing else. There's nothing more to it than that. And like I said, if your application is successful, I'll be in touch. It will be, if you join the WhatsApp group, then obviously I'll be in touch via the WhatsApp group. If you don't join the WhatsApp group, I'll get in touch with you via email. Okay, and that's it. It's as simple as that. I hope to see you on the inside. Bye bye.